I was listening to the game coming home yesterday, and Click was talking in the pregame show with Robert Ford about how they're basically catering to Justin Verlander because Justin Verlander wants to pitch every fifth day. I get catering to a Hall of Famer. Justin Verlander's your ace. No doubt about it. No questions asked. So he should have some say. Justin Verlander's the ace of your staff. He should have some say, and he's earned it. He's 39 years old. He's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He's going to be in Cooperstown someday. But there are a couple of things that I don't love about this situation. I'm not too fond of a guy who's 39 years old leading the American League in innings pitched. I'm not too fond of a guy coming off Tommy John surgery leading the American League in innings pitched. You know what I'm really not fond of? I'm not fond of coupling those things together. A 39-year-old coming off of Tommy John leading the American League in innings pitched. I get Verlander wants to do it. He's a competitor. He's a bulldog. He wants to prove that he can lead the league in innings pitched, that he can win a Cy Young. And you love those characteristics about Verlander. But in October, I'm trying to win a World Series. I'm not trying to have Verlander win a Cy Young or lead the league in innings pitched.
I think the point you're getting to is one that Dusty's going to have to be the judge and jury that gets involved more and says, I understand what you want. I understand that with your rock-headedness and your competitive nature, you feel like this is something you can do. You know what we can't do? We can't afford to be without you come playoff time because we did too much too early, and we need to pace you more. And at a certain point late in the season, maybe that's when you can allow him more leeway to ramp up and do things his way. But this is affecting the whole team. We mentioned the pitchers it's affecting, but you're right. As it relates to him specifically, we know he's a freak of nature. He's not like most 39-year-olds coming off of Tommy John surgery. His velocity has gone up again. He's throwing 97 again. He's doing things you're not supposed to be doing at the level he's doing them again. But how long can that last? And is the sustainability affected by you're pushing him with too much on his plate too soon and your reason behind it's going to be, well, because he said he wanted to.
Right.
As opposed to medical professionals and others saying, let's caution on the side of not doing too much right now when we have a huge lead in the division and that's not our bigger goal. Let's do it later in the season, see where we're at then, and see if the timing's right to ramp him up with a month or two to go in the season.
Yeah, to your point, you want to protect the player against the player.
Yes.
And I think that it does need to be a Dusty Baker thing. It does need to be a James Click thing. And look, I understand what the pushback's going to be. Don't baby players. Don't baby, Justin Verlander. Well, I want to be careful with a 39-year-old. Yuli Gurriel's about to turn 38, right? We've seen the regression from a Yuli Gurriel. I'm not saying that Justin Verlander's going to regress like we've seen from Yuli from last season to this season, but you want to limit the workload of somebody who's 39 that you're going to have a huge role for once you get into the playoffs. When we look at the 2021 Astros, especially once Lance McCullers got hurt in the division series, what was the thing that you missed more than anything else? Even if McCullers was still around.
Mound visits.
Oh. No, you had that. You still had that last year. Somehow the Astros didn't win the World Series with all those mound visits that they were getting. You didn't have your ace at the top. Even if McCullers was still around, maybe you can pair him with McCullers and you have two aces. But you missed that workhorse that could take you deep into a game. And every single time that he was going to start a playoff game, you felt like you had a better than a coin flip chance to win that game. You don't want to get into a situation this year because Justin Verlander's throwing 200 innings that he's not going to be the Justin Verlander we've seen through the first, third of the season.
Well, and they've flirted with disaster before, right? They've lived dangerously with Garcia throwing more innings than he's ever thrown in his career, but they escaped it. But how many times are you going to play roulette before you get burned? You got to be careful with a guy that as good and as durable as he's been. He all of a sudden got what people thought, this is crazy, his elastic arm. He's never going to have any issues. And then he had Tommy John surgery. Hey, guys, back to the video in just 1 minute. Before that, I want to tell you about Fitz Roofing. Fitz Roofing is dedicated to the loyal people of Houston, Texas. That means if you got a leaky roof or need a full roof replacement on your business or your home, or you want to get something done around the yard or maybe something around the house, they have the best warranties in the business, the best ratings, and the best service. They're going to take care of you every step of the way. Fitz Roofing, making a difference one home at a time. Now, because he's had the surgery and they say, look, after the surgery, there's a chance that your arm could be more durable and stronger because of the way they take care of it. But you can't risk that. You can't flirt with that. You need to be talking to these medical professionals and saying, hey, look, even if you tell me 165 plus innings is going to be okay this year because we feel like, structurally the rest of the arm looks good and we did a good job, I'm going to say, that's cool. we got a 10-game lead in the division. I'm thinking more like 145 because I don't need to push it.
And even if that's true about what you said about the Tommy John, which there's been examples of that, but they also say the second year is better than the first year. He's still 39 years old. He's still 39 years old. So what are your thoughts, Hive? Are you cool? Are you are you okay with the fact that Justin Verlander's on pace to lead the American League in innings pitched? You okay that they're building their rotation, skipping some guys' starts, moving some guys back with their scheduled day so JV can pitch every fifth day?